And I want to know from you what we could do to help you in the community. We identify witnesses, we talked about those things, cameras. There's an initiative to put cameras all over Frankfurt. And I don't want to take the whole meeting. I just believe that if we get the whole, all the resources of the city together, and when we needed federal, whatever else, because we have shootings, what, 5 shootings this week?
We had 2 on Penn Street, the one down there.
Yeah, 5?
Well, we had the 5 homicides.
5 homicides.
All right.
So that's a crisis. I don't think we're losing that many guys in Afghanistan.
No, but the 5 of them were all inside of a house. Like the guy that was 1540 Adams, he was shot and killed, he was inside. The 3 people, 4600 Bishop, they were all inside that house. The guy was on drugs or whatever, he shot all 3 of them. And the lady, she was beaten probably by her boyfriend. But they were all inside the house. But you know, you ask what the community can do, the number one thing is give me the information. And the next thing is when we lock these people up, whether it be on Bristol Street or whatever, I need some of the people from the community to come to court. And I know sometimes it's tough to come down there, so they continue cases. And there's a reason why those defense attorneys do that. So they know they come around a couple of times and people get tired of going down there. And they always continue for some really messed up reason. But if we go down there and you get an impact statement from the community, see, because those judges and those people, they don't live down there. And they don't know. But, you know.
No, I went down and testified, and they told me, the district attorney told me that the only reason he got sentenced is because I was there and I was persistent. Right. So yes, we have to do that.
That was that guy Bandy.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I locked him up. Yeah.
Good job.
50-50 bag and crack.
How much time did you do?
You got 5. Some of my victims and some of the people who've been locked up. I look at people that have been locked up 32nd times, 20 times, and my question is even for property crime, you know, somebody doesn't want the window in the car broken out, so they steal the radio or whatever else in their car. When they steal the car, they burglarize your house or something like that, they get no time. They really don't. And then you look at their priors and you see that has been locked up 10 times, 15 times, 17 times, like that girl.
Most of them don't even go to court.
That girl that got
run out
shot.
of court before it even gets there.
The girl that got shot got locked up 11 times. What's she doing now?
Yep.
And I can tell you what she was doing in that house. She was prostituting in that house. All her clothes were in the house when she got shot.
You guys are taking all the heat from every neighborhood meeting I go to, which I go to a lot of them. You guys take the heat. The DA's office doesn't have to answer for any of it, and they're the ones failing it.
Well, I cannot agree with that because if you send a message out to some of these people who are committing crimes out there and you put them away for a period of time, that would send a message to the other people in the area, and I think it would send a positive message out to the community that, you know, we're working together. And sometimes my cops lock them up, and you got to go through this long process. And just like the Reverend said, you know, one guy, Bandy, he's been dealing drugs out there for a long time.
And you'll do it forever
And he
because
gets-
there's no punishment.
And he gets time served.
I mean, I grew up in Bucks County, and I don't know who my sister is, but she works for the county. She does
Right.
probation. And when she does juvenile probation, when she has kids that abscond, they find them down here, and the girls tell them, we go down there because you don't get in trouble when you get caught down here. In Bucks County, they'll lock them up for a year for drug possession. Down here, they
Right.
sit overnight and they're out the next morning.
No, you're right.
They know there's no punishment. And the
You're right.
DA's office
In
needs to
Bucks
come to these
County,
meetings.
Montgomery
with-
County and stuff like that, you'll get time in there. But here, I don't know what the reasoning is. They say overcrowding, this, that, and everything else. The judges shouldn't worry about that. Just send them there. If you gotta build another prison, if you gotta do what you gotta do, you know, because sometimes we're losing some of these areas in the 15th and other areas in the city, down in the 24th and 25th district, because the guys are not getting time in jail.
That's it.
That's why we try to do some job to the feds, because when you get convicted in the federal court, you get a lot of time.
Mhm.
You get a lot of time, but why can't it be the same for Philadelphia? You know, some of the judges, sometimes it's important for the community to come down here and give some impact statements, but at the end of the day, it's really not fair to the people. You know, you gotta live here all the time.
Yeah.
And that's some of the other stuff I talked about the other day. That's what I'm talking about too, is the statements mean a lot, but, you know, they're not living in this area, so they don't know how it affects the quality of life. Kids can't walk out here, it's a nice warm day or something like that. They can't even go out there and ride a bike, bounce a basketball around because you gotta worry about the drug dealers on the corner of Briscoe and Romper or
Yeah,
whatever.
but I mean, it was clear.
I would go from like the 5200 block of Penn all the way up to 5800 block of Penn. And most of it seems to be along that Penn Street corridor, whether it be on Sanger.
Behind the bus
Grove.
depot, the playground is, a place where you can disappear in a hurry, where you can jump out on somebody, not even be noticed.
So we're working on, like I said, I got a lieutenant out there, a sergeant out there with unmarked cars from Northeast Detectives. We have our own cars from the NETS unit. You know, I don't know if they recognize the cops or not, but, you know, we gotta put a visible police presence out there to try to catch the guy, and if I don't, then the next thing we do is just put marked cars in the area, you know, for a while, you know.
There's, this guy Walter showed me sleeping in cars there, and he just finds open cars. And there's a couple that he knows about that are just always there.
And where's he hang around?
Penn and that SEPTA cut through. And as you go uphill a little bit, he sits on the steps right there.
Possibly grabbing the Lawrence.
Big white guy.
You probably see somebody walking around.
You know, John asked you what kind of help you're getting. Are you getting any assistance from the gun violence task force this spring?
No.
Did they have a shooting on January 6th on Kinsey Street?
Kinsey?
Yeah, one of their agents shot somebody. I think he missed.
Oh, yeah,
him.
no. That was, they were actually down there to buy a gun from the guy at Church in Taclowana. And then what happened is they targeted the guy. The guy got in the car and pulled a gun on the two agents. And then as the guy realized they were a cop, the guy took one shot at him, missed him. They both got arrested. There was some major players. There's always some stuff going on around Church in Taclowana by that store. Where we see some people hanging out there over the 1900 block of Church. Probably narcotics activity, but they were down there to buy a gun.
Well, that's what I mean. Are they giving, I mean, with all the violence in the neighborhood, are they giving you any kind of decent hand going after them?
I really don't, you know, normally sometimes they would call us up and say, hey, we're going down here, keep your cars out in the area, we're going to try to get home. And that's the first job I do, and they don't contact us till. And sometimes even if they arrested somebody, would I get the paperwork on it? Probably not.
But since there was a shooting, you know about it, right?
Well, the agent actually took one shot at the guy, but he missed. We got two apprehensions on it, but
Where are those two guys now? Are they still in jail or they get out in bed?
they're probably still in jail because of